Welcome to Let's Play Stardrive 2 with Stalwart Pachyderm. I'm Stalwart Pachyderm, and today I'll be continuing the Literally Green run. I'm fairly excited about this run. I've had some requests for, frigate designs. Currently, we're playing Pollops, so our frigates are a little bit on the, larger size. Although the shapes are a little bit awkward, but we can still design a very decent frigate design. So I'm thinking for this frigate design, oh, we did make one already. Never mind. I was like, wait, this feels really familiar. So here's our frigate design. It's designed as a frontal-facing attack craft with point defense for rockets and whatnot. While our solar cruiser is well-rounded, it's designed to fire at pretty much any angle, and side or frontal, and have heavy point defense on side or frontal. So overall, I feel that our initial designs for the solar campaign are fairly well-rounded. I realized after I stopped playing yesterday that I don't actually have a exploration. So this is the default explorer, but we are green. We can't have any nasty little reactors, and so we're going to have to start replacing let's go ahead and add on another sensor. I don't like getting attacked blindly by space monsters. We are generating positive energy. We only have one engine because we're not actually trying to move anywhere. Pollop Explorer green. Exclamation please. Oh, can't do exclamations? Okay. Alright. And as soon as we get done exploring here, we're going to come back for a refit. I just realized I have no sound. But I believe all you had sound because my sound bar over on the right was active the entire time. I had my own sound muted. So we need to choose our next research. We got our power technology, I guess I should call it, our armor, our solar armor. We need to go ahead and get plasma fuel cells for longer range exploration missions. And we need to come back for a refit. Let's check out this new system. Abundant asteroid belt. Wish it was rich or ultra rich, but abundant's okay. I'll probably explore or settle there soon. Let's get a refresher what we have here. We got a tiny desert, a small barren, tiny radiated. We have our colony on asteroid belt over here. We have another asteroid belt, tiny ultra rich. That's going to be our next expansion point. And we have some crystals. Okay. Alright. Let's check out our homeworld. What are we building? We are building a fleet academy, automated river aeroponic farm. 320 BC for that. Over here we are building our starbase automated river and aeroponic farm. Let's buy that. And there we go. It's our exploration frigate. Okay, so let's go ahead and refit you to the Pollop Explorer Green. Refit. I'd purchase that outright. Alright, we now have our green Explorer, so that's cool. I don't remember what was here. It looks like I got somewhat close and then ran away. So let's find out what's here. I don't remember. The Volfar! So yes, pirates, that's right. Building trade goods here, but we could be building a colony ship. Yes! Class 2 shields. We can bypass Class 1 shields completely, which will be amazing for us. We need 350 BC now. And that's going to be 30 turns, so we need to jack up our tax rate to 50% and move one of you to the farming field so we have... Does that actually increase? No, actually decrease our funds. Does... Okay. So that's our best income rate. Incoming pirate fleet. We'll have a cruiser built to handle that though. And it's telling me, I wonder what, oh, that's the pirate base. Solar cruise, our solar cruise will be done this turn. Okay, there we go. Let's fend off the pirates. So these are junkyard raiders. Overall, a fairly weak design. They have short-ranged rockets and a bunch of spinal lasers. Meanwhile, our design has a ton of upfront armor. So, overall, we have less laser mounts, less weapon output than them, but we are backed up by a starbase. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Unfortunately, I can't make my starbases use non-ordnance only weapons. So we're going to be polluting the skies anytime we defend a planet, unfortunately. A somewhat unfortunate side effect. I can't really do much about it, though. Notice we only took very moderate damage to one armor panel. Nothing else really even... None of our other armor panels even really took damage, so... That's the advantage of having really big armor panels, is that they will protect you very, very efficiently. And you won't lose any of that protection until it loses all of its HP. So, big armor panels are very nice. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. However, we can get away, supposedly. I was told in a post that if we put it in the back right corner, or back corner anyway, really, any of the back corners. I think that's as far into the corner as we can actually get it. Alright, and then we tell it to retreat right off the way, and we begin. that we'll actually get out of here less than a second before the first round impacts us. Let's watch. Krusha swore, man. I'd say about a second before their first round hits us. Still, that's pretty close. Definitely would not work unless I was in that back corner. I made a long distance on that retreat. Run away! Bye-bye, crystals. Alright, next turn. Alright. Hit F2, go to our leaders page, and 16 turns remaining, we'll hire him. And his only other benefit besides giving you class 2 shields is aquatic leader. So 50% bonus to all skills on my homeworld if I put him on the homeworld. Trying to think if that's worth his upkeep. And I don't think it is. I'm just going to fire him. Bye-bye. But we have class 2 shields now. So let's go ahead and take a look at our solar cruiser. We can go ahead and put on class 2 shields now. And we are going to need more power output. So I believe that means we are going to need to go ahead and convert those into power panels, which will help. Convert some engines into power panels, and yeah, that'll do it. So we now are surrounded by 2 class 2 shields on our cruisers. We have tons of power output. Actually, let's do this instead. 8997, and then convert those. All of those. Now the reason why I'm reducing our overall power storage is because we now have shields, so we won't take damage to our armor anywhere near as early, so we don't need to have the stockpiles because we probably won't lose the shields, or if we do, having the stockpiles wouldn't do that big of a difference because we'd probably lose our armor pretty quickly. So Solar Cruiser 2. Save. Alright, let's go ahead and... I don't think our solar patrollers should be shielded. The only place we could fit the shields, the class 2 shields, would be on the sides. And it wouldn't... Or we could put one on the front. But then it wouldn't be symmetrical. I don't think it's worth it on the solar patrollers. The main job of solar patrollers is to stay behind the solar cruisers, so the solar cruisers should take the brunt of the attacks. Not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Edit roster. That's what I meant to do. Alright, and when that one's done, we'll go ahead and refit both of them. Or I might refit one before that if I have a pressing need for a refit. Let's go ahead and explore over there. This nano cache is going to be good when we get it. +1 production per worker across the empire per resource. That's +2 production per worker. Spice is also incredibly good. Will really help us out. Spice will really help us out because we're going to be very limited on the number of weapons we can fit on our ships. That racial profiling with the courtesan, gotta love it. Yeah, you don't really have any technology that I'm even interested in at this point in the game. Solar cruiser next turn, and then we can refit both. Alright, let's go ahead and refit our solar cruisers. Oh, wrong button. That's the one. Refit. Move them to the top of the queue. Well, I found a remnant ship. Well, let's see what's here. Ooh. Oh, that's the Crucia Swarm system. Yeah, let's not go there. I didn't see this get built. It's probably been built for a few turns. There I am being terrible at the game again. Let's go and get another one building. Now, if you have cloning bays, that guy can be really good. I think. Confirm. I think we're going to lose that cruiser probably. Unless I do an absolute ton of boring fleas. Which, I mean, is always an option. Because I'm going to run out of fuel here probably next... no, I might not run out of fuel, actually. I might be able to squeak past everybody. Alright, so our fleet is getting built up. We have 2 more solar patrollers coming down the pipeline. And then we'll go ahead and build a couple more freighter fleets. And let's go ahead and get researching again. Hey, we didn't actually run out of fuel. Came close. Artifacts would be really good to pick up too. I think we need to pick up those artifacts first to increase our overall research output. Noxium will be incredibly powerful for us because we need to be maneuverable to avoid as much damage as possible because it's going to take us longer to kill ships. The exploitation bonus won't really do anything except for help our stations. Alright, now that we've, oh no, we still have to wait more turn, apparently. Oh, I'm not actually at the colony. That would be why I'm not refueling. So, we have the an event to help the Rila theocracy out. Let's go ahead and outfit our infantry with the standard loadout. Well, no, he's already got a Urson Saw Blade, so he doesn't need a combat knife. He's got a melee weapon, he's got a ranged weapon. So, he's got speed of 6, I guess his speed of 5, so I'll go ahead and give him heavy armor. Get his speed in line with my Pollops. Oh, that's because of the pirates in that system. Actually, I think first things first, we need to deal with these pirates. No tolerance for me. Well, there's incoming pirates. Let's deal with the incoming pirates first. So here's how we're going to set up our battle line. We are going to go ahead and put the cruisers up front. I won't let them come to us because they don't have extreme long-range weaponry. If they had extreme long-range weaponry, we would have to maneuver into them. At which point I would attach these to assist this one and move this one up and operate these two independently with these two in support of two of each in support of each one. Blech, can't talk. Took very modest damage on the unshielded frigates. Very, very modest damage. Perfectly happy with how that turned out. So, we're not using mass drivers because they're a ammo round. We're not using anything that requires ammo. So we could get pulse cannons. I think we'll get pulse cannons. Fusion engines would also be really good. So if we get pulse cannons, then we can get power density. And these are a cannon. So power density will help us. So this would be, high energy focus would be good if we're going for energy beams. I think we'll go for energy cannons, which would be power density. So I think we'll go the energy cannon route. Fusion engines, pulse cannons. Let's get our research labs going. Start them researching. And fight! So what I would do, if I need to maneuver, I'd assist, and then I could maneuver them independently. And the assistants, the blue arrows, will mean these guys will stay within a certain distance and help this ship. I'm not sure what that exactly entails. Like, will they target the same target? Will they stay with, if the target's within range, will they attempt to shoot down any incoming ordnance, priority-wise? I don't know what the actual priorities are, but that's how I would handle it. No real damage sustained. We have our colony ship up, so what bonuses should we go for? Helium-3? I honestly think we just need to go straight for this one right here, the artifacts. We need that research bonus. Go ahead and jack up a research. Yeah, this fleet should be able to handle that. That little guy. That's not the most friendly move you could be making there, buddy. Then we'll get the bank next. The bank will allow us to grow our empire faster. Interesting how they turned like that. Alright, there we go. Modest damage sustained. But that crystal fleet is no more. I don't really want to do this event, but I'll go ahead and do the event so you guys can see what it is. Nothing good there. Nothing good here. Let's go ahead and assault it. I've never actually assaulted this place, so... 4 troops. Seems like a bad idea. So this seems like it could be dangerous. I did not realize that it put both my arc. Alright. Oh boy. Too close. They're too close to me. I think this is what would generally be called bad news for us. Because we can't shoot that guy. Can't shoot any of these guys with this guy. Move you back. Ooh. Yeah, I think we lost. I think we lost our troops. I can move here and shoot this guy. And then damage that guy. Yeah. My troops are just dying. Without me being able to do anything about it. Wow. If I could have dropped all 6 of my troops there, I would have been perfectly fine. But the movement rate with only 4 troops was just too great. I might have been able to pull a victory with my leader if I had brought my leader with me. Well, he's at war with me, because he's a cool sauce like that. So we need to go ahead and wipe him out, I think. Fusion engines. I didn't have a trade goods building here. Just goes to show how derpy I am today. Alright, and then Imperial Bank Research Lab. And back to Sporl. If I need... Alright. So what I'm thinking is, if I can get like a refueling station here, maybe, or maybe colonize this planet, then I can move my fleet up to here, put a colony here, or refueling station here, and jump through, and not have to traverse this. Another option, I could put a colony here, and then I wouldn't have to traverse very far to get to his colony. 2 major options. Not entirely certain which route I'll take yet. Let's find out what's down here first, before we commit to one way or the other. So here comes the Rila. They've got a fairly substantial looking fleet. I mean, there's a few ships there. We haven't really unlocked any new weapon systems or any new modules to put on our ship. And we're still using the basic, what we had before. So we'll just hold them at our star base. Should be a fairly easy fight. We have class 2 shields. Our star base has those shields because of that. Stationary targets are, of course, the easiest to hit. Watch our shield strength here closely. So we are taking a lot of damage, but we've got dual class 2 shield generators, which is a ton of shield strength. Our shields are starting to dip into the 50% range. We'll go ahead and boost our shield strength. Alright. And that's it, folks. Our cruisers didn't lose their shields. Shields are still at full. Our our frigates are still perfectly fine. Here's my question. Are these guys actually going to move? In which case, does the blue arrow only mean they will assist without moving? I'm not sure what that blue arrow does anymore. I thought they would stay within certain range. I'm really uncertain now what that actually does. Alright, we have fusion engines. We can upgrade our ships now again. Let's get pulse cannons researching. 10 turns on the Imperial Bank. And we almost have enough troops to launch again. I want a full 6 troop complement to go take on that planet. But we can look at our Solar Explorer too. And we'll go ahead and add on our fusion engines. We need fast engines to maneuver in closely and quickly. So, with our basic engines before, okay, we had 9 movement speed, 14 turn rate. So 14 move speed, 21 turn rate with fewer engines. And we are actually completely energy stable, but we will dissipate energy anytime we need energy for anything besides weapons. We can drop our point defense on the sides down by 1 each. Dropping that point defense won't really affect our defenses overall, and it will allow us to have some sort of an energy gain. I don't really want to drop our forward energy defense though, so call this the 3. Well, no, we'll leave it at the 2. It's the next evolution of the 2. There's no major leap other than the fusion engines. So I think that until we get to the point where we're ready to completely overhaul the class, we'll just keep the Solar Cruiser 2. Solar Patroller, here we have our first major iteration. So we have 14 and 21. So now we have 20 and 30, and we still have a power gain, a power surplus. So I think we'll call that good for the solar patroller. We're faster, and we have a better, decent energy gain. So, and then, pardon my cough, we'll go ahead and refit these little guys and all of these. Orbital shipyard would be really good. Ooh. You have such low value on my stuff, and you want so much in return. So Persia here, Tundra, Ultrapore. Let's find out where that wormhole goes. He's got a colony ship going right for here. I really don't want to fight two wars at once, so we are going to go ahead and aggressively attack into Rila theocracy space. Down into Loath. Small tundra, huge ocean, ultra poor. So they're actually fairly decently sized and scary, honestly. Like they're pretty strong. Alright, so our fleet is completely refit with the fusion engines. We need to upgrade all of these guys. And wait for the colony ship to get done building. Diamond Rain, Ultra Rich, Tiny Toxic. It looks like he has lots of really small ships. Or small planets, I mean. He has a couple of big ones. Alright, we have pulse cannons done. We need to start researching power density. Now here's the question. Do we want to, at this point, design a ship using pulse cannons? And I think we want to leave our solar patrollers as they are, which is primarily a point defense role. I mean, actually, even think about swapping these out for point defense weapons and moving them into a solely point defense role. Pulse cannons really don't do a lot of damage. They're not designed to do damage, but they do EMP ships that aren't shielded. Which is really good against Rila because they don't really have room for shields, and he doesn't have shield tech. So it could be really good versus him to do this. So we'll go ahead and do that on these. Refit. Yet another refit, guys. Won't really help us against the pirate fleet. Well, against the junkyards it will, but not against the others. Our fusion engines, even with having very few engines in our engine bay, gives us a big enough speed advantage that we are now very maneuverable with all of our ships. Alright, there we have it. Good XP for our ships. I'm not opposed to XP, especially when it's free like that. Private shipyards are very handy things. Alright. Our automated bay and aeroponic farm are the first two things we want to build here. And power density is researched, which is good because it'll increase our cannon damage output. And we have cannons on our ships, and it becomes effective as soon as it becomes researched, which is good. It's handy. Now, main engineering could be very helpful, especially on Battleship and Up for us, because we have to generate all of our power through non-generator sources. So, reducing our power consumption by 50% on battleship-sized ship will be immense. This is one of the techs that we are going to need, period. It will be a needed tech. I don't think we actually need it on our cruiser-sized ships, at least not this early. Maybe when we have more power-hungry weaponry, we might need it. Let's get a simulation next. How about not? However, we're going to need to build a second fleet. Alright, now that I've got all these moving, I want to see what the behavior is of these ships when I send them to blue line. He couldn't do much there. Permanently out of the fight. That is what I like to see. Begin. Laser boats. Missile boat. That's going to be a missile boat. These are all laser boats. So we got 2 missile boats in the back. All the rest of these are just laser boats. Yep. Nice fighting you, Rila. Nice fighting you. As the pulse cannons overwhelm different parts of his ship. Alright, everything except for the missile boats is dealt with. Now we'll deal with the missile boats. I guess I should say rocket boats. They don't actually have missiles at this point. Just rockets. Big rockets, but rockets. Alright. Another Rila fleet down. Well, then you're not desperate enough for peace, buddy. And I need to grow. So, we're going to have to take your planet from you. Which means a ground combat. And where... I hate it when I misclick like that. Overall, it didn't matter in the slightest, however. Alright. And our war with the Rila Confederacy is off to a good start. Hopefully the Volfar do not declare war on us this time. That is the hope. We need time to get rolling. All right. And I think with that, we'll call it for this episode right here. Playing the Pollop run of being extra green. See you guys next time.